temporary humanitarian truce, but no lasting ceasefire before negotiations. It comes as the UN suggested Israel may have committed war crimes by failing to protect civilians in Gaza.
A quiet Ben Gurion airport. Normally it's a bustling hub, but more airlines have decided not to fly to Israel. If a Hamas rocket can hit a house by the airport, it could hit a plane. Israel has expressed disappointment with the airline's decision to stay away.
The real answer to the danger of flying is not to stop the flights, but to stop the rockets which are endangering the flight.
And if Israel is unhappy that Hamas has crippled its international travel, Ban Ki-moon was there today pressing the matter of Palestinian casualties.
As the Secretary General of the United Nations, I cannot and I will not be silent in the face of this tragedy. I mourn the loss of so many innocent lives in Gaza, and I grieve with the families.
Even as international pressure increases, the war continued unabated from both sides. This Palestinian says she's ready to strap on an explosive device and fight. At the UN Council on Human Rights in Geneva, the High Commissioner outlined instances where she believed civilians had not been sufficiently protected by Israel. These included roof knocking, the practice of firing Dud missiles at homes about to be attacked as a warning, the July 16th attack on a beach that killed 4 children, and the July 21st attack on a hospital that killed 3 and wounded dozens.
These are just a few instances where there seems to be a strong possibility that international humanitarian law has been violated in a manner that could amount to war crimes.
This council sits in judgment of Israel. There can be no moral symmetry between a terrorist aggressor and a democracy defending itself. Mr. President, Madam High Commissioner, in the protection of the human rights of Israelis, this council and you, Madam, have failed dismally.
A Palestinian resolution calling for an inquiry into violations was passed by the 47-member council. The EU members, including Ireland, abstained because the resolution failed to condemn explicitly the indiscriminate firing of rockets into Israeli civilian areas or recognise Israel's right to self-defence. John Kerry spent the day trying to nudge the parties toward a ceasefire. But tonight, Hamas again rejected the idea of agreeing any ceasefire before negotiations take place. Carol Coleman, RTE News.